Hey folks, Mike here today with some thoughts here on Forza Motorsport 7. I have a Game Pass subscription, so if you watch any of my recent videos, this is another one of those games I'm playing on PC. I've put in probably close to 10 hours between playing it on this PC and the laptop. Two different platforms. Performance has been a little weird on both platforms as well. So right now I can run this pretty much maxed out except for MSAA. I have it at 2 times instead of 8. Yeah, I can hit generally 60 frames with this, so that's fine. Usually I'm above. In kind of worst case scenario I'll be around 60, so yeah, it is what it is. The game does generally run okay when it wants to. I don't know. I'll just come out right away and say it. I'm not particularly thrilled about this. I liked Forza 3 and 4. Yeah, I played those on the 360. I played Forza 1 and 2 a little bit. I never owned an Xbox, but I did play those games a little bit. I did own a 360 and I played it on that platform. I've not played any of these games on the Xbox One yet, so it is what it is. But playing Forza 7 has not been super enjoyable. And I love racing games. I liked playing the old Forza games as well. So this is kind of the campaign, if you will. So I backed out of an event just to kind of show this off. As you can see, I've done the first championship. There's only one race/event left, which is because I don't own any of the cars that's eligible for this. Now I could go out and buy one if I wanted. And then this season here, yeah, there's a couple of these that do have cars. Some of these, like the bottom events, they give you a specific car to play through, and those are kind of cool. But in terms of like difficulty and stuff, I wish I could look at these. It doesn't necessarily seem like... Well, I see a Fiesta ST as one of the special events here, so yeah, it's not like the difficulty necessarily scales up. The events seem just kind of randomly scattered about. So let's try this, the vintage one. You can probably get.
These are the cars the manufacturers build for the factory's racing teams to win at the track. In some cases, they get promoted to flagship status. And if a car company can't show off a supercar,
I'm just gonna wait till the talking. Or I could just talk over it. Not that it really matters. So, yeah, if you look at the bottom right, or kind of the bottom right-ish corner of the screen, you see that all of these cars are pretty much the same performance. And the reason for that is because every car basically gets homologated to whatever class that they're in, which I don't know. It takes kind of the fun away, because I'm going out and buying a car and I might have a choice, but I'm not seeing it. So the game will throw you all sorts of random designs. It tries to mix it up a little bit. There's generally like a popular design as one of the first few, actually. I'm not seeing them. But yeah, some of them are also, throwbacks to various cars and themes and stuff. There's some nice stuff in here. Like, people put out nice things. They've always have done. That's one of the cool things about the Forza franchise in general. I hit the wrong button. Let's go to colors. So you get all the nice factory colors. Which... between the orange and green, right? I forget which is like the official color that they they showed off the car. And yeah, you get some all sorts of little special ones, and of course you can go in and, like I said, make your own. Go with the green. As much as I like classic orange cars, there's not a whole lot of them that are green. Nice shiny green like this either. So, we're approaching 6 minutes. I'm gonna get a chance to do a bit of gameplay now. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to crap on and sound overly negative, but playing through this game, it feels like so much freaking downtime between stuff. You know, you gotta do a fancy score screen at the end, and then we'll start loading the race, and then like I am on PC. I shouldn't have performance problems, but you know, it is what it is. I've looked at you know, how much data the game pulls from the SSD, and it's not much. Like, despite having a pretty high bandwidth drive, I guess the engine doesn't seem to take advantage of that, which is a bit of a shame. Alright. It's gonna bash around here. Just kind of show off. You know, they've got all the data points like they've always had. Into data and telemetry. So that's pretty nice. I've always found this to be kind of useful if you're trying to tune for a really nice setup. What was the other thing I was looking for? Right, you can do your rewind. I don't know why I can see the ground between the gauges. That seems a little weird. There we go. Okay, just trying to figure out what the button was. Okay, let's go ahead and actually restart the race proper. So I was trying to find the different camera controls, but yeah. So the reason I was in the other camera view was I was trying out my steering wheel, Logitech G25. You know, very popular wheel, though kind of losing popularity these days. It's not been in production for a while. They make the G920 or something else. I forget what the other model was. Basically, there's the PlayStation and there's the Xbox version. So they've got different numbers, but they're effectively the same wheel. Yeah, similar system to what the 25 and 27 steering wheels use. The game officially supports them. I don't know if they ever validated them in the game, because this might be one of the worst implementations of the G25 that I've played so far. I've played a lot of games throughout the years, especially a lot of simulators, and this game is very disappointing. And not just, I get it, there's a lot of tweaks and stuff. I'm not expecting it to work out of the box necessarily as good as it can, but it's rough. It is pretty rough. And the reason I changed the camera around is that for whatever reason, the steering in the game, like if I'm playing with a controller, the steering wheel moves in kind of a realistic fashion relative to what my inputs are. But if you're using a steering wheel, it'll just like rip over to 90 degrees and stay there. Even the wheels outside the car do that, if you can look at them. which is kind of funny because the game internally is not doing that if you look at the telemetry. So it's the weirdest thing. So I had to move the camera forwards a little bit just to be able to not get thrown off with a steering wheel that likes to flick 90 degrees either way. It's bizarre. Like, just thinking about that, I was like, well, how does that get through? I mean, I thought Motorsport was supposed to be the simulator, right? And I don't necessarily remember if the older games were like that, but looking online, it's totally a thing. So people are saying, you know, they'll be alarmed. So in typical Forza fashion, you know, you can do the rewind thing in case you do a bit of a mistake like that. I have a little objective event thing on the left where I will get a bonus reward at the end, so more credits and more XP if I can stay on the track the entire race. You can usually equip up to 3 of these cards. Sometimes it can assist you, other times they're just kind of, yeah, they're just kind of like, hey, do this and we'll give you extra points and XP. As other times it's like you get, I guess, bonus XP even if you force ABS on. Like, some of those are kind of weird, but yeah, I'll take them. So overall, Forza physics, I've never been convinced by them. I've always found them to be a little weird. Playing with the steering wheel definitely is extremely challenging for whatever reason. I've played, I guess it's a combination of the sensitivities are really out of whack, even adjusting stuff for a while. It's a little difficult to get it dialed in. So it's a combination of that, and also the feedback is a little off, knowing what the car is doing. It feels, and some of this is down to the homologation stuff as well, where, you know, the tires that you're stuck with are like really bad, or it feels like the real wheels of the car are like on casters sometimes. It's bizarre because, you know, I say this as someone who has played a lot of different sims over the years. I'm used to playing a lot of them. I'm also used to. I've owned a rear-wheel drive car for a couple years, so I know how it is to drive a performance car. I've driven probably close to 100 different cars at this point as well, with one of my previous jobs. And so I'm used to a lot of different vehicles and expectations and whatnot, and just something about this game in particular just, again, seems a little off. You know, may not have the grip you expect, or cars don't quite respond as predictively as you predict, I suppose, if that makes any sense. Anyways, I'm just gonna back out. We'll go do maybe another event or something. I don't know, I'm just not convinced. So actually, let's take a look at the upgrade stuff. So, like, I don't need to homologate. The car's already done, right? Out of the box, it's already been done. So if we rummage through the parts, I'm not going to see it in the menu, will I? Yeah, okay. So you can see it here. Like, it's got a sport intake already installed to it. It's got a sport ignition system, no exhaust, stock cams, sport valves. Ooh, it's even got an engine block thrown in. So it's been homologated up, and that's the other thing too, is I can push it past that, but then it breaks the category that it's in. And so I can't necessarily just bring this car in any other event to use it. So it kind of, it's one of those things where it's like, well, that seems kind of shitty, right? You can't do the tires either. That's kind of a similar deal where, you know, you're stuck in the class that you're in. And so I feel like that it's taken out a huge significant part of the game. This was part of Forza before, of like buying a car, kind of building it up, getting upgrades and stuff, and instead what they've given is, yeah, oh, do this event. Okay, here's another event with another car. Here's another event with another car. Like, I don't know. It's made the game feel very, very bland, I suppose. Like, I'm not. I don't know. Are these the cars I own? No, these are not cars that I own. Let's see, what would be kind of cool? Just to go out and do a quick other. Why are they organized by tier? Like for being a game that plays a lot with like the classes and stuff, it's a little weird for all the cars to be arranged by tier. Can I not? Yeah, I can. I can't just like choose manufacturers or anything. That's whatever. Let's go for a McLaren 570. Sure. It's a car I've not. I'll have to buy it. Can I not see? Right, these would be the ones I own. Oh, okay, I see. The ones I own have the black background. Got it. Cayman GT4. You know what? That's actually... Wait. I don't own that. What? Did I? Why am I not backing out? Yes. What? I can't back out. Escape? Enter? Wow, what? What is going on? Well, I guess I'll end it here. Yeah, I'm gonna be uninstalling this, you know. For as much as I love racing games in general, and I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours playing racing games over the last 20 plus years. I don't know. Like, I don't know what their intention was with Forza 7, other than just it feels like a step back. It feels like they tried to do a more casual game, and they didn't get the memo that Forza Horizon was already doing that. I don't quite get what they're trying to achieve with this. You know, it feels like a stripped down experience of what the previous Forza games were. The streamlining of everything, and the lack of like meaningful progression with the campaign events as well. You know, the fact that it's a very shotgun approach. Here's a bunch of events, just do them. There's no, start with slower cars, easier cars to handle, and kind of build up to faster stuff. I kind of get it. Because some new players may not be necessarily into the idea of always playing with these like beginner level cars, but at the same time, it's not a bad idea to do that, right? It allows players to get used to the game and build up and get acclimatized to the fact that like these cars are getting faster, maybe more difficult to handle. Maybe they can increase the difficulty settings as well as they get more and more comfortable. Instead here it's like, I don't know, here's all sorts of themed events kind of slapped together. Nothing seems to be particularly thought out in any specific way. It's just kind of, everything in here just feels kind of slapped together. This is what happens when we try and make a manual franchise kind of thing, I suppose. At the end of the day, I'm recording this, January 20th, 2021, so I know Forza has taken a year off for the first time in a long time, and long time I mean I think for the first time ever. So maybe this is why, because I've seen people have not been particularly thrilled about this game, and I could see why. Like I said, I've played 3 and 4, I had fond memories of those. I played Horizon for a while, and I was like, yeah, Horizon's pretty fun, but I want more of a simulator, right? I want more of a challenge, and Horizon isn't really giving me that. And then come here to Forza Motorsport 7, and it's just like, damn, this game's frustrating to play. Between all the technical issues I had at first, for various reasons, eventually, the game ran good. It's not a great game to run on other controllers. You run on an Xbox controller. Game plays well, finally. Controller's nice. But there's still some wonkiness with the physics. I still struggle to do well in events. A lot of the events feel too short. It's like 2 laps when you really should have 3 laps, and then your next option is like 8 laps. So the length doesn't feel right. The AI is not particularly great. I'd have to try the limit aggression option if that makes it a little bit better, but even other than the aggression side, like, they're exiting a corner and then just like 2 or 3 cars just like brake when they're on a straight piece. And it's like, well, what's up with that? Like, why do they tap their brakes here for no reason? It's just and then you do a rewind just to see, and they do behave differently. So sometimes they don't do that, or sometimes you'll rewind, and the next time they'll just like turn 90 degrees right, go off the road for, again, no apparent reason. Disappointing. Very disappointing. That's kind of the best way I can summarize Forza Motorsport 7. Give it a bunch of time, and the more I play, the more it's been frustrating me. So, we'll end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video.